Welcome back to Cask 529, everyone. I'm Bryan.
And I'm Shona.
And tonight we're going to take a look at a bottle of Elmer T that I was fortunate enough to pick up in a bonus drop by the state of Ohio.
Yep.
All right, Shona, here we are. We're going to finally try this Elmer T. I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm pretty stoked about it too. So as you know, it is a single barrel. It's only 90 proof, and it's a sour mash. Of course, everybody knows it's Buffalo Trace product, highly allocated. But like Bryan said, he was able to get this in a special OHLQ drop probably a couple weeks ago. I think we've had it at least a couple weeks now.
Probably been 2 weeks now.
Yeah. So MSRP on this is $49.99 in Ohio. Luckily, that's all we had to pay, plus some tax. And I think, don't correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is Buffalo Trace Mash Bill number 2.
I believe you're correct, yes.
So, hey, before we taste, and I know that you're anxious to taste this, but I would just like to fill everybody in a little bit of history on Elmer T. So, if you don't mind.
Should I grab a stool?
No, it'll be quick, I promised. So, he actually joined the distillery in 1949 as the maintenance engineer. Then he quickly got promoted to plant engineer, then plant superintendent, and then as the plant manager, master distiller. He retired from the distillery in 1985.
Wow. And that was Elmer T himself.
It was. And actually, they tried to turn him away when he first came, but I forget the gentleman's name, told him just to show up for work. And he did. He wasn't sure if he was going to get to work, but he went ahead and showed up, and that's how he progressed. So thank goodness that other gentleman said, you know what, just go. Just go.
Yeah, it worked out well for everybody, I guess.
Yeah, in the 1940s, it's a little bit different. Back then, you could just go and hope that they paid you at the end of the week.
Yep. Yeah, you can't do that today.
No, too much black tape nowadays. Too much paperwork.
Yep.
All right, you ready to get into this?
Already?
Already. Nice nose. Vanilla, a hint of what I would say is brown sugar on the nose. Sweet, it's a sweet nose.
I'm getting a little bit of both, really. I'm getting a little sweet and a little spice.
There's a little bit of a fruity note on it as well. I'm not ready to say it's a cherry note, but it's definitely a fruitier note. It's for a 90 proof, this has a really nice nose on it.
Yeah, it's got,
generally,
it appears to be pretty viscous also.
Yeah, generally when it's proofed down that much, you can't pick up a whole lot.
Kind of lose a lot of qualities.
Yeah.
Ready?
I'm ready.
It's hard to believe that that's a $50 bottle.
It's hard to believe that's 90 proof.
Yeah, it's got...
Not because it burns, because there really isn't a burn to it at all. It's just, it's full of flavor.
It's got a little hug to it, but it's not just kind of enough to let you know that, hey, I'm here. But yes, it does have a lot of flavor in it.
To me, on the first sip, it entered my palate very creamy. It like kind of coated my whole palate. It's still hanging in there with a fruity note at the end, but spice all the way through. I picked up, I know, vanilla, and I'm going to have to go back again to get another taste, but I think I almost want to line this up against Blanton's, being that it's close in proof point. They're both single barrels someday, because I am very shocked at how smooth this is, and I feel it's a little bit better than Blanton's.
just going off recollection on the Blantons, for me, I feel like this has a lot more going on than the Blantons does.
Brian's gonna love this note. I'm picking up leather. I haven't picked that up for a while. I'm definitely picking up that leather note. Again, I feel like I'm getting some brown sugar.
Definitely, I got brown sugar that time. The first time, I had a lot of things going on, but I really couldn't put my finger on anything. But the second sip, the brown sugar presented itself pretty plainly to me.
It did. I'm also getting, it is a fruity note. I can't distinguish what type of fruit it is. I wouldn't say it's a cherry note, but it is a sweeter fruit.
See, to me now, to go with the brown sugar, I got a hint of cinnamon. And I've said this before, it kind of gives me a little bit of a hint of like a Fireball. Not Fireball out of a bottle, but Fireball candy.
I can see where you're getting the cinnamon from. To me, it's a light cinnamon throughout. I'm going to go with apple. It's definitely an apple note that I'm getting, kind of on the finish. You know, a little bit lingers with that cinnamon note. But definitely the leather is there for me. Of course, a little bit of oakiness to it, and a slight bit of char in there. Kind of a little bit smoky.
Yeah, there's a little bit of char. Not much.
Yeah, just a slight. Kind of finishes, that smoky note just kind of lingers on your palate. Overall, I am super glad Brian got this, especially at MSRP. $49.99, you can't beat that. It's a great pour if you can get it at MSRP.
Yeah, I know we don't like to pay over MSRP for anything. However, I feel that's a bottle that would be compared to stuff maybe in the as high as the $80 range, really. Mm-hmm. And now I wouldn't, if we can get it for MSRP, I don't want to pay $80 for it. But
right.
What I'm saying is,
I could see it being priced similar to Blanton's.
Yeah, it doesn't drink like a fit. Well, there's some good fit. I shouldn't say that. There's some good $50 bourbons.
There's some good $20 and $30.
There's a lot of bang there. How's that? There's a lot of bang for $50 there.
It is. It's good. Very good.
Yeah, definitely. I'm happy with it.
If we found it again, we would definitely buy it again. And
that day in line, everybody was excited that, there were 3 bottles. Elmer T was one. And in fact, I think a couple guys got 2 bottles of it.
Yeah.
So
if they went back through the line.
Yeah, you were able, on a special drop, this particular store allowed you to loop. Once everybody in line had gone through, if you wanted, you could go back through the line. Mm-hmm. So it was a good find. I'm excited.
It was a great find. Well, I think that's all we have for tonight. So I hope everybody has had a good week. And
looking back, I hope everybody had a safe and happy 4th of July holiday.
Absolutely. We're getting ready to start that new week. So please, everyone, have a good one.
Thanks, everyone.